Awesome. What's up guys, it's Friday, so it's my week on the vlogs. This week I'm going to show you all of my workouts in a little bit more kind of a cinematic style. Each one of my workouts, I will always start with my big compound lifts. Today's legs, so we're going to start with 5 sets of 5 squats. That's going to work on my strength quite a lot. I'm going to have about at least 2 minutes break in between sets. If it was back, it would be deadlifts. If it was bench press, it would be chest. Let's do it. So I've done my little mobility workout. I'm now going to do 4 sets of warm-up. I will start about 20 to 40% of my 1 rep max. I'll do 10 reps, then I'll do 6, then I'll do 4, then I'll do 2, and then I'll go into my actual weight. Alright, warm-up set number 2. My first set was 10. This one's going to be 8 to 6, then I'm going to do 4, and then I'm going to do 2. I haven't squatted for 4 weeks because I upset my knee a little bit, so we're just going to do what we can today. A lot of training is about how you feel. Think about how your body feels, because the last thing I want to do is aggravate my knee. So in between my set, I just had a little cricket ball or a lacrosse ball, and I was just working on my VMO a little bit because it was tight. So we'll see how it feels this next set, and I'll just keep working on it to get you squatting pain-free basically. So I foam rolled my VMO, vastus medialis oblique, just on the side of your knee here. If that's tight, it's a pretty good sign that your legs need a bit of loosening off. Gave it a crickable work, that set, pain-free. It's exactly what I wanted. Listen to your body. Okay, so third warm-up set, 4 reps, 80 kilos. Then I think I'll do my 2 reps on 100 kilos. I'm gonna try 110, 5 to 5. Again, I haven't squatted for a little while, but that's where I was at last time we squatted. So we'll just see what happens. First set, 110, was really hard. And to be honest, looking at the footage that Leon's been taking, it wasn't low enough. I'm gonna try again and try and get lower. And if I can't get what I want in this set, I'll just drop the weight down a little bit. At the end of the day, you can only be as good as you are on the day. I'd rather have better technique and do the exercise than half-ass it. Last set. Bring it down to 100 kilos. I'm struggling, I'm not gonna lie. Did some new stretches at the start. I kind of used the barbell to roll out a little bit, and I really woke up my adductors and hamstrings, and they're cramping and they're screaming at me, which is a little bit disappointing, but it is what it is. So we're gonna drop down a little bit and try and get our last set of 5s, and then we'll get chucking on with deadlifts. I felt low enough. Woo. Thank God that's over. Okay, remaining deadlifts. I'm gonna use wraps. This is one of the only time I use wraps, apart from maybe rack pulls, because I'm going heavy. I'm gonna put at least 100 kilos on here, and I'm gonna be going for 10 reps, and to be honest, my grip gives out. I'll get to like 5 or 6 and I'll start slipping and resetting, and you just lose that tension off the hamstrings, and just you lose the moment. So I'm gonna wrap up. Always good advice. So with wraps, if you're not sure, I see a lot of people put this on wrong. You're aiming to put this in here, and this to go middle across your hands. All right, so what I'm gonna do with these wraps, I'm gonna take my hands over this way and I put the wraps around the back. What I do is I take my bit, I wrap it round, like that, and then I can give it a bit more of a twist, just to get a little bit more, now that's real tight in there, and it's not on my wrist, it's actually on my hand. I'll do the same here. My hands will be just outside my shins. Okay, my first rep is gonna look more like a deadlift, and then I'm gonna straighten my legs out as I start coming down. All the while, I'm searching for that stretch in the hamstrings. If I can't find it, I push my hips a little bit further back, I straighten my legs a little bit more. I'm never locking the legs, but I'm not bending them as if I was squatting. Okay. Set 2 of 3. One more set. So you can see, This workout is really posterior chain dizzy, really posterior chain heavy. My glutes, hamstrings, even my adductors are screaming at me quite a lot now. Okay. 20 kilos, walking lunges. 10 steps up, 10 steps back, 3 sets. So what you might see about my workouts is there's not masses of exercises. I've found out over the years, for me personally, I recover and I feel better and I enjoy more intensity. So that means higher weight. So I do 5 sets of 5 reps on a relatively heavy weight rather than doing maybe 5 exercises with 10 reps. So the volume, so the amount of reps I do over the whole set week is not as much as I would do if I was doing, let's say, more typically bodybuilding style workouts, but the intensity that I lift is more. So I'm always focused on trying to shift more weights for the same amount of reps. That's my goal. And I try and get a little bit more kind of, let's say, more hypertrophy, kind of building muscle stuff in later on when I up the reps a little bit. So the squats were more strength work, the remaining deadlifts were 10 reps, so they're a bit more typical bodybuilding, and so is the lunges. So you may notice that my leg, in proportion to most of my body, are quite a bit weaker. You'll notice that when I come to deadlifts, bench press and stuff like that. Simply because with patellar tendonitis, it's a case of training when I can. But me and Leon, we want to grow the channel for charity, so I've really got to get this knee fixed. I'm going to see a new physio on the 30th of this month. Hopefully I can get it fixed. That'll allow me to grow the channel without injury and hopefully train your legs a little bit more. What's up guys, it's Monday, it's about 8 PM at night, but I'm filming this for you, so I'm training late, just working on a little bit of shoulder mobility there. So I had the weekend off. Tell you what, I really needed that. My legs were savagely sore after 4 weeks of not squatting. Anyway, Rose and I went to Harry Potter World, had some butterbeer, which is horrible, but Harry Potter World itself is amazing. Anyway, today we're on shoulders, much like squats. 4 to 5 exercises. Normally I would have added calf raises on the end of squats, but I wasn't at the gym, so I couldn't do it. So it's gonna be overhead press, 5 sets of 5 or 4 reps to 6, depending on how I feel. It will then be some kind of smaller exercises and the reps will go up. If I was at the gym, it would be Arnold press. I don't have a dumbbells here, so it would be something like handstand push-ups with side raises, rear delt raises with planche leans. So let's get our 4 warm-up sets done and then get into the workout. Okay, come over here. Quick bit of technique for the overhead press, because so many people get this wrong. Take your hands just outside your shoulders. Your bar's gonna sit on your clavicle, your collarbone, okay? If you look at my wrist, the bar is in my palms. If my elbows are up like I'm front squatting, it sits in my fingers and I can't push from there because I'll just lose the bar. So from here, feet are hip width apart, hips are above the ankles, shoulders are above the hips, and we're gonna go from here, straight up in the air, tuck the head out, and tuck the head back through again. So at this point here, my head will be just in front of the bar, control back down, up, push. That's how we're gonna overhead press. So with the actual overhead press, it was banned from the Olympics because when the weight gets heavy, you tend to arch your back like this, and the technique was just so bad for people that they actually took it out of the Olympics and they replaced it with things like the clean and jerk. So what I want you to do, when this weight gets heavy, you are going to be arching like this, and we want to try and minimize that. So how we're going to do that is when we're in this position, we're going to brace our abs to pull ourselves back under, and we're going to really squeeze our butt to tip our hips back under, and that's going to put us in a much stronger position. So remember, when you're doing your overhead press, you might need to brace your abs very tight and certainly squeeze your butt. 60 kilos.
heat of the night. Yeah, alright, do it again. You should have seen it come. You acted no, don't deny. You are like a moth to the flame.
Okay, that's my shoulder session. You can tell that it's kind of tailored to me. This is tailored to me. I worked with some strength to start with, and then I started to kind of diversify into more kind of gymnastic stuff, because that's what I'm enjoying doing. Tomorrow is my favorite day. It's deadlifts. I'm looking forward to showing you them, so I'll see you tomorrow.